Good morning. Welcome to today's edition of Book Talk Tuesday. A lot of great things going on. We've begun honoring Black History Month, which is wonderful. Many ways we can celebrate and honor those who represent so many aspects of our culture and our society. It's Groundhog Day. Groundhog saw his shadow. Punxsutawney Phil. So it looks like we'll have 6 more weeks of winter. And tomorrow is World Read Aloud Day. So a lot of great things going on in our schools and our libraries, in our country this week and in this month. And so to celebrate Black History Month, I wanted to kick off today's first Book Talk Tuesday of the month of February with honoring an African American author by the name of Tammy Charles. And so, with tomorrow being World Read Aloud Day, what a perfect way to not only recognize this notable author, but for me to also read a book of hers to you, one of her latest ones that have been published. It's called All Because You Matter. And so, if we take a look, before we jump into the book, here is our author that we are featuring. So here is Tammy Charles, New York Times bestselling author of this book that I'm going to read to you, All Because You Matter. And while this is a picture book, yes, it is intended for elementary age children. I think no matter what age you are or what grade you're in, we all can appreciate being read to. And with picture books, the illustrations are so beautiful. We can appreciate that. So I hope you guys will enjoy this book. Just taking a look at some other things she's written. So this is the book that I'm going to read to you today in recognition of not only Black History Month, but for World Read Aloud Day. So All Because You Matter. And then you can see she has some other books written as well. So if you get an opportunity, maybe you have some younger siblings, you visit the public library, you might want to check out her work. And so let's go ahead and jump into our book. And again, we are going to read All Because You Matter by Tammy Charles in honor of Black History Month and for World Read Aloud Day. And the illustrations are by a Caldecott Honor winner, Brian Collier. They say that matter is all things that make up the universe: energy, stars, space. If that's the case, then you, dear child, matter. Long before you took your place in this world, you were dreamed of, like a knapsack full of wishes, carried on the backs of your ancestors as they created empires, pyramids, legacies. Building, inventing, working beneath red-hot suns and cold blue moons, thinking of you, years ahead, because to them, you always mattered. On the night you were born, stars sprayed across the sky, each one full of light, hope, love, and all the moments in your life that would matter. Like your first steps, bare feet planted on cold floor, hobbling, wobbling, toppling, only to stand and try again. Or your first words, spoken almost like a lullaby, notes climbing a ladder to the sky, Mama, Papa, Mahal Kita. Or the first time you opened a book, like a mirror staring back at you, and really saw yourself. Same hair, same skin, same dreams. The words and pictures coming together like sweet jam on toast. Musica blasting through barrios, sun and blue sky, all because you matter. But in galaxies far away, it may seem that light does not always reach lonely planets, covered moons, stars unseen, as if matter no longer exists. And just like moons hidden in the dark, there will be times when you, too, will question your place in the universe. Like the time you'll hear the teacher call your name, Hossam, Usomaka, or Dennis, and the whispers and giggles begin, followed by, "What kind of name is that?" Or the time you'll see a letter, big, bold, read on the page, and you will question if you and your work and your effort matter. Or the time when your pop turns on the news and you see people everywhere take a breath, take a stand, take a knee. And you hear Pop's whispered prayers as another time is called. Trayvon, Tamir, Philando, and you wonder if they or you will even matter. But did you know that you do? Did you know that you were born from queens, chiefs, legends? Did you know that you are the earth, that strength, power, and beauty lie within you? Did you know that you are sun rays, calm like ocean waves, tough like montañas, magic like stars in space? And on the day the universe was created, you were thought of, dreamed of, carried like a knapsack full of wishes, as planets, stars, moons took their places, making room for you, your people, their dreams, your future, all because, since the beginning of time, you mattered, they mattered, we matter, and always will. Now, I know this might be pretty hard to read, but with the author's note, she says here, on the day my son, Christopher Sebastian, was born, he became the center of my universe. Sun-kissed skin, dreamy brown eyes, and a gentle coo that could turn me into a human puddle. Ever since his birth, it has been my greatest wish to hold him in the space of first steps, first words, first books, but time waits for no one. As Christopher grew, so grew my own fears as a mother. I wanted to keep my little boy shielded from the cruelties of the world. But whenever I could turn on the news, I would see the same storyline repeat as countless young Black men and women were taken away too soon. In my son's early years, it was easy to avoid discussing the injustices against people of color. But soon the questions came. Why did they assassinate Dr. King? Why won't you let me play with my Nerf gun outside? Time was up. I knew I needed to have the big talk with my son, the one where I tell him that while there are so many nice people in the world, not everyone is, and that sometimes people will treat others unfairly because of their skin color, race, or religion. I wrote All Because You Matter to provide parents with a starting point for conversations about racial climate in our country today. There are issues that should be discussed in all families of all backgrounds if we are to raise empathetic future leaders. I also wrote this book to remind all children, especially those from marginalized backgrounds, that no matter where they come from, they matter. That the people who came before them and the work they did to secure the life we have today matter. Because of this, our children must continue that work and carry themselves with pride, even when they experience moments in which they are made to feel unimportant. I will not raise Christopher to walk in fear. And while I don't have the answers for how we can fix racial injustice, I can begin with this book, a loving tribute to the greatness that lies within my beautiful, brown-hued, brown-eyed boy, and within all children of all colors, everywhere. You matter. Thank you for listening. Again, this is Mrs. Bovary doing our Read Aloud today, All Because You Matter, in honor of Black History Month and for World Read Aloud Day. And I hope the author's note at the end here really resonates with you and touched you in some way. If you would like other recommendations on books maybe related to this or some other great picture books that have recently been published, I would be happy to point you in the right direction. Thank you.